What up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 12 in my 7th annual 31 Days of Horror. This is a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And this year we got a challenge, and the challenge has criteria, so today we're actually going to knock off one. And the film we're reviewing today is Class of 1984, which is going to be, I believe, my third in my total of 5 needed countries. This is Canada. I actually wasn't 100% sure on that, but I looked it up. It says that the country of origin is Canada for this film, so now we got United States, Canada, and Australia. So Class of 1984, not really a horror film, I'm going to be honest, but I didn't remember much about it. I have seen this film before. I think I got a DVD of Class of 1999, and I wanted to see the original first, so I watched it online years ago, like years and years ago, like when I first started my YouTube channel. I actually think I reviewed this film way back in the day. Don't go watch that. But this is a Scream Factory release, so I mean, I don't remember if it was horror, but we're going to review it anyway. So, Class of 1984 basically follows a teacher named Mr. Norris, who moves to a new town with his wife, his pregnant wife, and gets a teaching job at the school. And this school is crazy. Like, the opening scene is like just a bunch of punk rock looking people, and they got knives and stuff like that. And, you know, he goes into the school and he's completely taken off guard. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, this guy got a straight razor and he went through the metal detector and tries to stop him. And the other staff is like, no, let him go. You can't control everybody, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just very taken back by the whole thing. He goes to his class. It's just utter chaos. You know, the students have no respect. And there he runs into this, like, kingpin drug dealer, crime lord at the school who sells drugs, runs a prostitution ring, rape, all kind of stuff, you know. So the bad news bears for these kids, and there's a couple of good kids there. One played by Michael J. Fox, a very young looking Michael J. Fox, and you know, he's trying to reach the good kids, but he's trying to combat the bad kids who just keep getting one over on him. And it's basically his struggle with that. I mean, okay, so Class of 1984. Pretty cool movie. It was written by Tom Holland and John Saxon, oddly enough, which I didn't know until the credits came up. So that's pretty cool. I just watched a movie with John Saxon in it, and I just did a Tom Holland film, written film. So that's pretty cool. And unless it's a different John Saxon, but I don't know. So I think my biggest problem with Class of 1984 is it's played 100% serious, which is fine, but because it's played 100% serious, unlike Class of 1999, this one feels like super unrealistic in a way. Like, it just feels like there's so many situations in which I can't imagine how they would get away with this stuff. Like the cops, the teachers, the principal, like everybody. Like, there's so many things that happen in this film where you're like, okay, like, now is the point where, like, you have some evidence on this kid. Like, why is everybody blatantly ignoring everything? And I understand that it's supposed to be a commentary on the way that our society is going, but it's just unbelievable. It's a little too over the top. It's a little too unrealistic. But that being said, it's still pretty entertaining, and it's still pretty good. Like, it's a good movie. It's just, you have to be able to get over that hump of, this is awfully convenient that these dudes are not arrested by now, you know? And they try their best to sort of explain away why they can't do anything about it. And realistically, I know that the intention of the script is to show that these people are jaded, these people are just turning the blind eye, but my whole reasoning for this is why. And I know that you could say, well, because, you know, they've tried and tried and tried and failed and failed and failed, and they just got tired of it. But I understand that, but when it's like legitimate, like, deaths are happening as a result of these kids, you just can't turn a blind eye to it. So that's my biggest problem. But don't get me wrong, I really like this movie. I liked it back when I first seen it. And I liked it a little bit more this time, but it's more of a thriller. You know, it's more of a thriller. It's kind of gets a little brutal and mean spirited towards the end of the film, actually. But it tries to set up as a true story, and it even ends with like an epilogue of text, which what happened to the teacher. Yeah, I doubt that. But yeah, it's alright. It's pretty cool. It's again a 1982 film, which I don't know if I said off the top. It's a 1982 film, so it is eligible for lists. So I'm not gonna give a solid rating on it. I can tell you the last time I watched it, I gave it a 6.5. It's a lot higher than that now. I've definitely it's a very well made movie. Music's good in this one. The visuals are really good, and the atmosphere of the like the punk rock, like almost if they would have said it even more in the future, like 2001 or something, it would have been more of a dystopian future, and I could have bought it a little bit more. I think that's kind of what the sequels were going for a little bit, but yeah, it's like 2 years later after the film came out that it's set. So yeah, pretty solid though, pretty solid, good stuff. So check it out if you never have. See you guys tomorrow with another review.